Alright, there we go. New recording. Is the podcast starting? 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, we're starting. Alright. Sweet. So, welcome to episode 2 of the Woefully Underprepared podcast. This time, even more underprepared than last time. That's why we're late. But
Very,
shit happens. We move on. So, once again, I'm your host. My name's Sam. You can find me on Twitter at DirkIsSam. My co-host is...
Oh,
no, you're my co-host.
Yeah, it's one of the two. I don't know how the words work. Yeah, I'm Lachlan. I'm the co-host. I'm underprepared.
And then we also have
well.
a guest. I don't know why he's a guest, but he's a guest.
I'm here.
What's his name?
Harry, you can probably find me in a tree outside some house, but nothing else.
Yeah, welcome to Australia.
Probably don't have a Twitter handle, but it's fine.
I don't have a Twitter.
Alright, so this week, I guess our sort of biggest story that we didn't go over last week, which was kind of breaking at the time, was D23. And I didn't want to report on it as it was still, like, happening. Because I feel like that gets out of date pretty quickly, and I don't want to do that. But we can do it this week. So that'll be the main bulk of the podcast this week, and then next week, and then after that we have a little something about Destiny 2, which is why we're playing Destiny 2, and not some Disney related game, because I don't own any Disney related games, so I couldn't think of any Disney related games.
Dude, Lego Star
You
Wars.
played like
Marvel
five
games coming
Marvel
out.
games.
Marvel games are coming out.
Yeah, dude, there's that one Marvel game that looks like a knockoff game.
It
But
doesn't
it's
look like
actually
it's
not.
made up of Marvel. It's a knockoff game, but it looks okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I will. Alright, so lots and lots of announcements coming out of D23 about lots and lots of things. Just gonna keep recording if I... Sick, it is. And so we'll go to like the Marvel specific stuff.
Marvel first?
So, the next film we have coming out Marvel-wise is Black Widow, which is the 1st of May 2020.
Oh, interested. Very interested.
Finally happening.
There are two large reasons that I'm very interested.
Okay, let's not...
Let's
PG, dude.
It's the storyline and the cinematics, the classic Marvel.
Yeah, the classic...
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, it'll take a long time for her to get her own movie, and I think it'd be really interesting. I think, we'll get to this later, but Hawkeye
I absolutely
also
think she should have...
has a thing coming out on Disney Plus that people seem really excited about, but I don't know why, because no one likes Hawkeye.
Was it announced?
Now, people like Jeremy Renner. That's the difference. There's actually like a Jeremy Renner app, which is just Instagram, but Jeremy Renner.
Yeah, he's
the only user.
I'd use it.
Yeah, so people like Jeremy Renner, and I understand that that's probably why this is going
Yeah, so people are all about the Hawkeye film. Yeah, Black Widow seems like it's going to be interesting. I think I've heard rumblings of it being a prequel, which would make sense.
That's very
I've
spoilers,
heard that
Black
it's
Widow's dead as fuck.
Yeah, I've heard it's
Pretty
it's happening during that 5-year gap.
I think I
between
may
the
have
snap and the blip. Yeah. So it's
But
gonna be
yeah,
prequel or
details
something
are
like
kind of still up in the air. So
Yeah.
this isn't from D23, but the Eternals cast list got announced, which as a lot of people that I don't actually know. Apparently, Kit Harington's in it, which is
which is an interesting choice.
Yeah, very
I believe in you, but I don't.
Like, I want to believe in Kit Harington. I really do.
I don't believe in Game of Thrones.
That's
Let's
let's not.
I'm gonna
talk
say
about
the
Game of
unthinkable,
Thrones,
but
because I will piss off the whole internet. Like literally everyone will be mad about it.
I've never watched it like that.
Me neither, dude.
Sure.
I'm 100% I know that the acting is bad.
Yeah, I mean, but you've you've like read shit. I haven't even read it. I've just. There's nothing.
I've read a little bit of the first one. Like, half
Oh,
of
so
it.
you haven't read it all? Oh.
Yeah, you
I
took
wish I
it, like
could read
years to read it, so I took it back off.
Yeah. I think I just gave it back to you because I wasn't going to finish it before I left.
That sounds about right. Shit, I'm out of ammo. Alright, yeah, so next on their list is
She-Hulk.
Job. is Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which looks... Apparently people aren't too crash hot about this, because people don't really like Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I think they're like... I think they're the dynamic duo, dude.
I don't mind Sebastian,
Yeah,
Stan,
Sebastian
but I'm
Stan.
not a big
That's pretty
fan
good.
of.
Anthony Mackie. He's a bit of a character. I can
He
understand
is.
that.
He
but-
certainly is.
I
He
feel
feels like to me a bit
that's
of like
the
a
draw.
budget Will Smith. I feel like he's a budget Will Smith. If you like go and listen to him, like,
That's a
interviews
real-
and stuff. This is my opinion here, but like
Yeah.
interviews and
That's
stuff,
a
he's
Yeah,
feels very budget Will Smith.
yeah, that's fair.
Which I mean he is.
Yeah,
in
but
some
Will
sense,
Smith
like,
isn't
they,
even
they probably
budget
just
Will
couldn't have
Smith
afforded.
anymore.
Yeah.
Dude,
No,
last
that's
Will
one
Smith's a
the
different version of Will Smith.
120 kills.
Will Smith is now Jaden Smith.
Will Smith's blue now.
There's new movies as well, so I'll just
Yeah, so that
quickly,
Falcon Winter
quick
Soldier
aside.
series is coming out on Disney Plus, which we will bring up again slightly later because it's sort of the whole big thing.
Is it?
Those watching the stream.
No,
right
it's not.
now,
It's
we've got-
tiny. The
Yeah.
biggest
I
content
mean,
creator in
it's-
the whole internet and the whole universe is creating a thing, but no one cares.
I'm just saying, like in the grand scheme of Disney D23, I think we learnt about Falcon and the Winter Soldier beforehand.
Yeah, we did. So they sort of, in regards to Disney Plus, they sort of re-announced a lot of things. On
I think they just confirmed a lot of things, which is just a point.
on like stuff. They did a lot of like big Star Wars things, which we'll get to because I think Star Wars is hilarious to me, and I'm probably also gonna piss off the whole internet with my opinion on Star Wars.
Look, the Star Wars
Yeah,
stuff
so-
was cool. All right,
We'll,
I don't like the Star
we'll
Wars
get to
movies,
it. We'll
but
get
the
to it.
Star
It'll
Wars
happen.
stuff
We'll
is
get
cool.
to it.
Yeah, High School
So
Musical.
yeah, so that'll come out fall 2020. It'll launch with Disney Plus. Then next on the list, 2021 is Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, which is February 12, 2021.
Who got
which,
cast as Shang-Chi?
I think it's basically like all Asian people that I've never heard of before.
Who's this?
Yeah.
Sorry. This is the.
Shang-Chi,
Shang-Chi and the
the
Legend of the Ten
the
Rings.
Mandarin. Yeah, the Mandarin.
Yeah, it looks
The
interesting.
new-
Which means they're
Yeah.
gonna bring back the Mandarin because the Ten Rings is all about Mandarin. The Mandarin.
Well, we never actually
It's
met the
not-
Mandarin. We met an actor.
Yeah,
we met Trevor Slattery, who was supposed to be the Mandarin but wasn't the Mandarin, and then Killian was the Mandarin, but then he wasn't the Mandarin.
Yeah, exactly.
It was great.
And that was what he always was back in. I don't know if anyone ever watched the OG animated.
Please, Harry, talk
ABC3.
quiet.
Yeah, I know.
You are very
Sorry.
quiet.
Hey, the ABC3 like Iron Man thing that went around. Like the Mandarin was an actual character.
Yeah,
That
the
was pretty good.
animated Adventures of Iron Man.
Yeah, yeah,
Something like that, right?
was it.
That
Like
was
the
a cool
young
show.
version
Yeah, it
of
was pretty good. That was very good. It was quite good. Just gonna be watching those
It's a
times.
cool show. More cool
Yeah.
Disney shows are coming back as well. We'll get to that when we get
Sounds
to
Yeah,
right
that.
like-
now. Yeah.
Like High School Musical.
What did? No. No.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
Nothing to do.
Did you not know?
Why we're not allowed to have players.
Apparently
No, I
not.
didn't either.
Alright, so something else coming for Disney Plus is the WandaVision show, which is
That's
supposedly gonna lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, because I mean, like, the rumor is that Wanda's gonna use her, like, universe-bending powers to bring the Vision back, and that's gonna create multiverse problems that Strange will fix or deal
Yeah,
with.
Something that
address.
can kind of back that up is that that one side character that was Jane Foster's friend in the Thor movies. She's one of the
She's been
characters that have
cast
been
in it as
confirmed.
well.
Yeah.
People
Which
don't like her.
bro?
Kat Dennings.
the-
Kat Dennings' character.
Oh, the one from Two Brothers.
Darcy. Yeah.
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 People don't like her. I can see
I don't know
why
why.
people
She's
don't like
pretty
her. It could
funny.
be a bit much. I think she's pretty funny.
I think she does pretty well. And yeah, and there was also the cop dude from Ant-Man. I think he was also cast for it.
Yeah, he's been
Well, I
cast in it.
Don't know why he's in it, but
I never
yeah,
saw it, man.
Because why not?
I was-
People liked him.
Radioactive being put in exploding place. There.
he was probably the
There's
best
your
part.
place.
I've like only just
Aside from
Ant-Man.
It's they weren't like amazing films.
I mean, they're not amazing, but they're
They're good. Like they're not
successful.
shitty films.
Nice work. That should take care of the barrier.
But yeah,
Yeah, so that'll lead into Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Which, again, I don't think a lot has been announced about.
other than
other
Doctor
than it's
Strange
Doctor
and
Strange.
Elizabeth Olsen. Wanda, whatever her name is. I don't know if she's
I don't
going
know
full
whether
on
she's been
comic.
announced as a member of the cast, but I think that's kind of the point that they're sort of keeping it all under wraps.
She might go back in time.
I don't feel like they'll use time travel. I don't think that'll happen. I saw like a theory
Why not?
of how
have time travel.
of how WandaVision is gonna happen, and time travel was like, please don't do it because that's just like cheap. Come up with a
Well,
new
here's
story
my
mechanic.
question. This is going to be like a totally dumb thing to ask, but is Deadpool in the same universe as?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Now he
He's
was
actually
gonna
confirmed
be in
that
the
he's not
third
being
Spider-Man
retconned.
film, but Spider-Man
But-
is gone now. Gone forever.
But he uses time travel in
Cabal
the last
usually
bit.
like to be found.
Yeah, don't worry about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, we'll see
Deadpool's
what
allowed
they
to do
keep.
whatever
Weapons
he
ain't half
wants.
bad either.
Yeah, it's Deadpool.
Those weapons have
But
snuffed out
Quan-
too many.
Quan-
And again,
Quantum
we'll see what they keep. I
Time
think
travel,
Kevin
that's-
Feige has said that they're not going to change Deadpool, except for when he's in like ensemble films that have to make lots of money.
Yeah,
But they'll
it'll be
keep him
PG.
as like an R-rated Ryan Reynolds dude. Like they're not going to recast him because
He's-
that would be insanity to recast it.
Could
I
you
don't think he
imagine
could.
recasting Deadpool right now? No, it's the same reason why there probably isn't.
You
gonna
just
be a
wouldn't.
Wolverine
Like that would
movie.
just be a poor decision. Especially given the fact that
I
he's
mean-
probably one of the few characters that can like actively address the fact that like corporate mergers happens, basically.
Yeah. And the fact that Josh Brolin's in 2 of the same universes now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. We love it.
Yeah. 2 different but the same. Yeah,
Yeah,
what
he
else?
uses
What else?
time travel in both of them.
We're inside the ship again.
So another
He doesn't
series
time
for,
travel in
Can't be
Infinity
far
War.
now.
He so does.
Another
Oh, I
series
guess
for
in Endgame he
Time
does.
travel's in Endgame, yeah.
We're talking really.
another series for Disney Plus is Loki,
Stay focused.
Very
which is
in-depth.
assumably going to
Tesseract
explain what
No
Loki
sign of
did
Thanos.
after he picked up the Tesseract and the
Yeah,
news.
that's
Still
that's
Tom Hiddleston?
confirmed.
And up.
Yep,
sure
still
that's
Tom
not
Hiddleston.
confirmed.
Made an elevator that goes forward. Man, they are
Yeah,
inefficient.
it's just not the dad version of him.
Which is like,
That
it's unfortunate 'cause he was supposed to be dead, but also people like Loki.
Yeah, but he is dead. Like you won't see him again in the films.
It's Loki. Not...
We'll see. I mean, an interesting point that someone brought up is how many seasons are these things going to be? Because typically, like, Disney Plus,
6 episodes,
like, streaming
they've been like-
episodes don't run for very long. Like, I think
Yeah,
Stranger
like, I
Things
think-
has, like, 3 seasons, 13 Reasons Why is going to end at 3,
Should have been
like,
one.
most of them don't run longer than 3 seasons.
I don't think these are going to be having extra seasons. I think they're just going to keep making TV shows as they need them. Like,
Yeah, but
So
I
you
mean,
think
they've only
it'll
got
be
like
like
6 episodes.
all the
for, like,
TV shows will
I think.
lead into the like the
That
big
tank's
the big
between
film,
us and Brackus
the big
Zahn.
films, and then the big film will set up another set of TV shows.
He's a master technician.
My question is though, is we see that this is like it's good to hope that Disney will put it down, you know, where they can and they won't try and push too much out of it. But then you look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and realize that they have pushed far too much out of the TV series.
Yeah, I don't think they're going
But
to go
that was
that style
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was a
TV.
very different, like
Yeah.
in terms of like corporate and what was happening there. I think it was a product. It wasn't like a product of Kevin Feige. It was whoever the guy was that Kevin Feige didn't like that they replaced. I forget his name. That they got rid of, and Kevin Feige basically took over his job. I think it was like a product of him. He was the same guy that wanted to do Inhumans.
Yeah,
Oh,
Humans was not
Is that film
interesting.
not happening? Oh no,
And
that
it
was
was
a TV
also
show,
it was
wasn't
broadcasted on the
Yeah.
ABC, which isn't a company that Disney owns, whereas all of these things are going out exclusively on Disney's platform,
Yeah, it's like Impediments, how does
where
they
Disney
want
sees
the platform?
100% of the revenue from them,
Yeah.
Good times.
and
Good
there's
times.
no like weird licensing things that have to happen, and no like shared income. It's all Disney's, all 9 inches of Disney.
Yeah, no Spider-Man. Oh, I don't know how that'll work. If they put Endgame up, dude,
Don't let him
I guess
escape.
the Sony licensing agreement probably
So
accounts for that.
It wouldn't
I
count
imagine
as
it
old
does.
work, Good.
They'd be able
I
to
imagine
put
it
Infinity War.
absolutely counts. The Endgame.
They probably won't be able to
and
put
Infinity War.
Homecoming.
It might not
Probably won't
count
be able to put-
like Homecoming and Far From Home.
Yeah, that's just a quick aside.
But we'll see.
Any more? We've got. I know that She-Hulk was announced.
Dude, we're still
and
going.
Moon Knight.
She-Hulk isn't actually on this list because I think that was a Disney D23 specific announcement, but I still can't find the bloody infographic for it.
I'm down.
Dude, I'm mad about it.
There is the link.
I'm mad at the internet for not making it more available, and I'm mad at myself for not saving it.
I mean, D23 put up their own thing about She-Hulk, so if you want to have that, it's on the
Yeah.
website.
It's alright. We'll keep going with the where we're going.
Yeah, we'll keep going down this list and we'll find a new list. So the next thing on their list is What If.
Oh yeah, I don't know what
What
that.
If.
That's the based on the comic, isn't it? That's the point.
Yeah, it's based on like the What If comic line that was like, what if this thing happened? And then we explore that for a couple of issues. And then what if this thing happened? And then we explore that for a couple of issues.
I wonder
I
if
think
they're gonna
that's,
go down
again, a
Endgame
Disney
and
Plus
just
show.
do like the 14 million possibilities. That would be
I mean,
interesting.
maybe,
Go down
like,
one of
as
those
I say, I
routes.
think
that
this
would
will be,
pretty cool.
like, just a place for Marvel to just do whatever they want eventually. Because I don't think it'll be canon. Like, I don't think it'll fit into the main canon. I think it'll just be, like, kind of freak of the week kind of stuff, because it's Disney Plus, and I think they've said that Disney Plus shows won't come out all at once. Like Netflix shows do, they'll be, like, weekly.
Yeah. I don't know why Netflix shows come out all at once. I friggin' that was a good time when I watched.
'Cause that's part of, like,
in one night.
That's part of, like, the way Netflix does things. Like, part of, like, a new media. People want things now.
The
They don't
Witcher
have
better
to
come
wait
out
for stuff.
all at once. I would like that.
Witcher will come out all at once. Which is on Netflix. That's how Netflix does things. They just release a whole season at once.
If it was on
Here's
Disney,
the-
you'd have a different.
Look, I've
Right,
literally
so-
had, like, I've literally sat an hour long talking about why Netflix releases everything all at once, right? Let's not go back into that topic. Because that's just how new media exists, basically. The long and short of it.
Yep. All right. Next film.
So Hawkeye again to Disney Plus, which I don't think they did anything about except for like give you like I don't think there's a trailer or a cast list or a plot synopsis
There's
or
like
anything.
a teaser trailer. It's literally just like the logo.
So
Yeah, I
are
mean, it's
they
just
going to
like
give
a
us?
logo.
Are they going to give us Budapest in that, or are they going to push on?
No. They're not.
It might
No.
it might fall in the same category of things as like what did Hawkeye do over the five family were dead.
Because I want to know what happens.
No, I think it's. I think
But the
that might
way
be
it's
what.
marketed, it looks like it's gonna be more fun than that would be. Like that looks like it would be a very dark, depressing show.
Apparently, it's going to be something to do with him training his daughter. That's what I've heard.
That's
Yeah, I believe it, dude. Yeah, 'cause I think the chick who plays his daughter was on stage at the time.
Yeah, she's been confirmed for it, so it makes
fun.
sense. But yeah, I don't think we're going to get Budapest for a while, if ever,
sad times. Sad times.
unless Black
That joke
Widow
is-
is a
Nice job.
prequel film, which I don't think it is. 'Cause I
And
think
it's
she's gonna
about.
be, it's gonna
I
be a
don't think it would be
solo
about
prequel
that
film.
though. I think it would be I think if it was a prequel, it would be about like her training to be Black Widow and like.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be just
stuff,
Red
and-
Sparrow, but better.
Dude, Red Sparrow was wank. That
Red
film
Sparrow was not a
really
good
like
show.
aggressively bad.
That one was with who was that one again?
It was with
Jennifer
Jennifer
Lawrence.
Lawrence.
God, that movie was so full of sex. I watched it on the plane back from Germany, and the kid behind me was like 14. I turned it off. Like there was no need for a kid to see that. It was aggressive.
It was
aggressively
not
in
good.
your face.
Would not recommend. Apparently, this is kind of unrelated, but apparently the Joker standalone film is getting like crazy good reviews. I think IGN
It actually
gave
is.
it a
It's
10
getting
out of
crazy
10.
reviews. It got an 8-minute standing ovation when it was played.
Yeah, apparently
What's
people,
its actually-
some people don't like it, but a lot of like all the critics really like it because it's a good film. But apparently because it's like, I've seen tweets on the internet. I'm gonna have to find it, But it's just like, oh, we don't need a white man that's got problems in the film, in the cinema.
Of course we don't.
It's got a 75 on Metacritic currently.
Holy
Yeah.
moly.
And I think IGN gave it a 10. But that's
Yeah,
like
I'm
me.
pretty-
I'm watching the trailer for it
more
now.
charac-
It's number
more-
7 on
more
trending
a
on
character study than a
YouTube
comic
right
book movie. Bold, devastating, utterly beautiful. Yeah, all these people like 100, 100, 180, 75. Vanity Fair gave it a 70.
Yeah, so a lot of I think
Time
I've
gave
read a
it
couple
a
of the
20. Oh Jesus Lord, what's Time say? This is
Time?
quite the tangent, but it's fine. This is
yeah,
still
Time
related.
Joker.
It's official with the Joker, Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix. I don't think.
So far, it doesn't sound too bad. Like there's everything they're saying on.
Operation Intrepid is live on IO.
I think this might be
Yeah, like
some of the people that are like,
collective experience.
oh, it's a white man that has problems, and it's like in this day and age where like you know the transformed and all that sort of problems.
It's your duty to
We don't need a film like that where we're asked to sympathize with
You
the
always get the low
with the
pressure.
main.
Yeah, I think she's just like basically.
But I don't think we're.
ragged on Joaquin
Yeah, I don't
Phoenix
think
is
we're
like
asked.
overacting essentially, which is kind of the point. But I mean, this is like
Yeah,
this is a tangent.
it's
We don't need
supposed
to
to
talk
be
about it. Yeah, but apparently
Crazy
people
dude,
are all
but-
about it. I wasn't gonna go and see it because it looked silly, but I might go and
It's a
see it.
very good
I thought
trailer.
it looked amazing. I thought it looked
It is
amazing.
a very
I
good
look, I,
trailer.
I basically saw like the first concept art for it and was like, I don't care. This is dumb. But I might have to go and see it now. Might have to change my plans.
Next news.
Hang on,
That's the
hang
new
on.
catchphrase. That's the new mantra. The mantra is next news.
Shut up. Get out.
It's not
where's
Big
my-
Bad.
Nah, that's
So
before
there's
the
Hawkeye,
podcast.
and then the last thing on this announcement list is Thor: Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that's
People
gonna be
are
cool.
big
Yeah,
excited for.
Yeah, people want
Taika
Natalie
Waititi's coming
Portman
back
to
to
be.
direct.
Natalie
Apparently he's
Portman's
put
pretty
another film on hold to direct Thor: Love and Thunder. And you
Who did?
said Natalie Portman wasn't gonna take over as Thor,
Who
but
said
I
No,
heard
no, I
something
just. No, I
that
didn't say
implies
that. I said
this
that.
is gonna be his
Doors open.
last film.
Anything we should know as we go in?
Like
I don't think.
Hemsworth's.
I think. I think she's.
No, he's
going
gonna be in Guardians, isn't he?
he was
I
gonna
think
be
he's
in
gonna be in
Guardians,
the
but I think they threw that idea out.
Why? He went on with Guardians. I reckon that'd be an awesome.
I think it would be an awesome film.
He's not
but
going to
I
be in
don't
the
know, I think-
Guardians in the next Guardians film, but he might be in the one after that. I think in As
Because
Guardians of the Galaxy.
the two Chris's, Brad, and a lot of on-screen chemistry.
Yeah, they did really well in that game. But yeah, Natalie Portman. It's just because she wasn't like in the films for a really long time, and none of her films actually like did too well. So I wasn't expecting her to actually be in the film, but apparently that's the case, and apparently she might be taking it for a role. And he might.
I mean,
do
that
his
happens
Guardians
with
of the Galaxy.
Yeah, we'll see. Because they had like a whole, I think I mentioned this to you, that they had like a whole Thor the Unworthy comic line where Natalie Foster became Thor and Mjolnir had like a consciousness. It was weird, dude. Comics are weird.
Natalie Foster? Jane Foster?
Just whatever, you know what I mean. Jane Foster.
The words.
Natalie Portman.
No, the words.
There are too many people.
There are too little people. We need more people in the MCU. So next one, next news.
So then
go.
at D23 specifically, they announced She-Hulk and Moon Knight as well.
Something else, didn't they?
They announced lots of things at D23, but I think
Yeah,
She-Hulk
yeah,
and
but there
Moon
was-
Knight were like
Fast.
the main
There were
stuff.
there were 3 TV shows.
Please do share.
Marvel TV shows. Look, I'm finding it out. I'm doing the Googles. I'm doing the. I know She-Hulk was absolutely one of those things. Give us a
So is
second.
Who's the Face gonna come back to play She-Hulk? The lady Thunderbolt Ross's daughter.
She might.
She played Arwen in
doubt
Lord
it.
of the Rings.
Oh, she was cute.
Oh, Miss Marvel. That's what it was.
Oh yeah, Ms. Marvel. The Camilla Miss Marvel, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I know comics. I did a comic
Is she
one time.
Hispanic? Isn't that the
Yeah, and she like her inspiration for like she doesn't have any of the same powers that like her shit. I'm gonna ow. Her inspiration for like becoming a superhero is Captain Marvel. That's why she's Miss Marvel.
yeah? Cool times. Cool times.
Yeah, so
but
I think
yeah,
the Moon
that's-
Knight project's been in the works for a while, and I think Keanu might even be in that potentially.
Say Keanu?
What? Yeah, Keanu
Yeah.
Reeves, dude.
Perhaps
We
that
wanted him
might
as
be-
Wolverine. We got him as Moon Knight.
I don't think he wants to be Wolverine,
I know, but everybody else was like, oh.
and I
that's
don't
his
think
favorite.
Marvel wants to be Wolverine either. They want someone who's gonna be alive for a long time, and they can put in films until the world ends.
Yeah, Keanu's old, but he doesn't age.
And Keanu's like old. He's like
They just got
60.
everyone that doesn't age.
It's 50.
They got
I think
They
this
got
is
Keanu
a while
with
ago
Paul
now,
Rudd.
but Kevin Feige did do an interview around the time that like something was happening, where he mentioned that we talked to Keanu about every single like MCU and passed him to be pretty much everyone in the MCU at some point, and he said no.
Yeah, I heard that.
just sad because we want Keanu.
I've heard
I've
talks of
I
him
don't think
being
it is sad at
Adam
all. I
Warlock,
think if
maybe.
Keanu Reeves did that stuff, that would be very sad. So good. Because he's always
I mean,
been
I'm
good.
glad
He's got his
he
Pick and
wasn't
choose
like
stars,
given the
but-
Punisher or something. 'Cause
His schedule's
that-
bogged
that
down
would
with
be
a
crazy.
25 John Wick film and the fourth Matrix.
Yeah. That'll be interesting, the fourth Matrix. But anyway, on to more news.
Weird.
And
Star
seven,
Wars? Are we
seven
up to
Bill
Star
and
Wars?
Ted's coming through, hopefully. Oh,
Dude, more Bill and Ted, I'm about it.
12 times and counting.
yeah, stop.
I'm
Let's
hyped
let's
for
go
Star
before
Wars.
Lachlan
Are we up to
asks what
Star
Bill and
Wars
Ted
news?
is.
Impossible.
You just want me to
No,
piss
no.
off the whole internet, don't you? You want me to talk
No,
about
no.
Last Jedi and you want everyone
No,
to
I
go,
liked.
Impossible.
I'm a fan of the
Impossible.
Star Wars news. Alright.
Why?
This is what I'm waiting for.
Govern such an
Yeah, so
impossible
She-Hulk,
Go
Moon
through
Knight. Moon
fucking
Knight, I
hell,
think, has been,
Barry.
as I
This
said, I
is
think
shit.
it's been in the works for a while, and I don't think, like, literally anything in regards to a cast list has been announced in regards to She-Hulk. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with that.
Yeah,
Because like, something tells me they're not going to bring back,
They're
why
bringing
don't I-
back.
Liv Tyler, that's her name,
Ruffalo.
right?
Yeah, probably not.
You should now be
But I
entering
think
a
they're gonna
different
bring back
space.
Ruffalo,
You have to
and he's
take
probably
into
just gonna
account
turn
the
someone
Ow!
into Hulk or
Geometric
something like that.
intuition.
That'll be fun.
Gesundheit.
I did not
We might get a Hulk,
confuse you,
like,
fool.
crazy
It
Hulk
is an
film, like,
infinite
with all
dimensional
the-
functional
It's
Again, I
red
think
to gray.
Universal own the rights
Why am I
to
wasting my
the
breath?
solo Hulk films. In a
Oh,
very
right.
similar, like, Marvel Spider-Man. Sony
So they might not
Spider-Man
be able to do
situation.
it. I mean,
That's
they've
why
got
there
a
aren't
She-Hulk
any
film.
solo Hulk films. Because not only
So-
are they not very good, but like, I think Universal own the rights. I could be wrong about that. I may have just been making that up.
It might have been a similar, like, the Spider-Man deal where it was like 3 years, and then the first film didn't do so great, so they just gave it back. I'm not 100% sure there. Because I know that Spider-Man, they need to keep making Spider-Man films. Otherwise, they don't get to keep it. Which is why it's been rebooted 3 times.
Potentially. That's usually how that works. That's usually whenever you see like a bad film come out that's like based on a really cool
Alright,
property.
which towers
It's
are
usually
that?
just because they're just making it to keep the license. essentially.
Sam's.
What, huh? Have we gotten all the towers? Are we?
Yeah,
Oops.
I went.
Radio Marion Lake.
Oops.
Not the pit?
Alright, so that's all the Marvel things.
Star
And then
Wars!
on to Star
Silly me.
Wars.
Yeah.
So, basically
Oh,
every
Bear One.
project that they said they
Yeah.
weren't gonna make a film out of, they put on
So
Disney
it's
Plus
just
instead.
us
Like
and a massive
Kenobi
next
series with Ewan McGregor, which everyone was mega excited about.
That's
He was
what
the
I'm
best
here
thing to
for.
come out of the prequel trilogy.
Parthian's horns into dust
That's what I'm.
And it'll be
Yeah.
good. There's going to be another season of Clone Wars on Disney Plus, which is really good. If you haven't
Also
watched
good.
Clone Wars, watch Clone Wars.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I forget who
basically
did it, but someone did
amazing.
a really good video essay on how the Clone Wars effectively makes the prequels into good films.
Yeah, it really does. Like it actually
Like they're that's a really like quality TV show. Clone Wars,
like you can rewatch the prequels and be like, oh, all right, this.
which is probably
Not
why they're
bad
bringing
now.
it back.
But yeah, I don't
And
like
then
the Star
a
Wars
Mandalorian
movies.
trailer came out, which looks interesting, to say the least.
I'd like to see like we've seen one Mandalorian kill. I forgot where that was. I think it was Jango Fett. I don't know the difference between any of them. But
Look, I don't Star Wars. Okay? I don't.
yeah, I
follow
don't
the
Star Wars. I don't.
I'm not that
I
big.
don't know much about
Like
Star
I'm a
Wars.
massive loser. Not that much of a loser, I'm sorry.
It's just I want to see a Mandalorian fight a Jedi, like full on fight one, and that's all I'm here for. And the
Yeah,
other
so
one's
it's like it's gonna be like all about like
great 'cause
bounty
you and
hunters
Greg.
and like I think it's written by Joss Whedon. Maybe yes, no.
Josh, I'm not 100% on that. I'll have to.
I may have literally just made that up. Hang on, let me. It's why we have the internet.
What's the bullshit that we got on the internet? That's right, the Bible.
Don't tell me like that, please.
You could.
John Favreau, you sausage. I knew
John
it wasn't
Favreau.
frickin'
He's basically
Joss
Joss Whedon, to be honest.
He's the better version of Joss Whedon. He did Lion King.
I'll get wrecked, Joss Whedon.
Joss
bad,
Whedon
Joss
did the
Whedon.
two bad
Oh,
Avengers.
shit. No, he made one good
Harry, it's all
Avengers
on you.
and one mediocre.
Yikers, boys.
But to be fair, it
Okay.
wasn't his fault that that Avengers film was mediocre.
I mean, Ultron was cool. Just it wasn't written.
Ultron was probably the best written part of that. Alright, look, this is a tangent. This doesn't matter. We can argue about Age of Ultron later.
Yeah.
Alright,
Star Wars though. Kenobi, I'm about you and
yeah,
McGregor.
so Kenobi on Disney Plus, another season of Clone Wars on Disney Plus, and they premiered like a poster for Rise of Skywalker, and they showed up the trailer for Rise of Skywalker,
shit about that film.
which is
Star Wars films are all
hilarious
bad.
to me.
Genesis
Because
9.
everyone is so mad about it. Like, literally
hang it in a
the
place of
maddest.
honor.
Like, I've
If it's
sort of
been
been
destroyed,
following it
bring
on,
me
like,
the
the social
ashes. I
medias.
have constructed an
And, like, a
urn
whole bunch
there.
of, like, the accounts I follow have, like, tweeted out or, like, put it out and been like, give us your thoughts. And literally everyone is mad about it. And it's hilarious.
Is it because Palpatine's? Why are they mad?
It's because no one likes Rey, and no one likes Kylo, and people like Palpatine for some reason, even though they shouldn't, because Palpatine's not a good character.
He's the best.
No,
guy.
he was
How dare you
basically just the evil dude on the
He
chair.
was like an evil Force
For, like,
testicle.
3
Like, what do you want
movies.
from me? Come at me, Star Wars
say. Force
nerds.
takes too long. That's pretty funny, actually.
He does look like an evil Force testicle. Look, I have.
Yeah, so they showed off the like, which I think the trailer looks cool. I mean, people are mad about it. That they're like trying to like be like Rey's evil, even though everyone knows Rey's not evil.
Yeah. Look, I don't give a shit about films like at all.
Literally.
It's all well.
None of them are
documented.
good.
It's all well
None of-
documented that I think Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film that will ever exist. Ever.
I probably wouldn't
Period.
put my money on that. But
Fight me,
I wouldn't-
internet.
I wouldn't give
Literally,
any of the
let's
Star Wars
go
films
right
more
now.
than 50. So
I think
hopefully this one
the
does better.
original trilogy is sort of beloved to people because it was
It's
sort of
really-
like. But
It was
and
good when
like,
it
it
came
doesn't
out.
hold
It was
up.
like it
well
was new.
acted,
It was
and I'm
fresh.
sure
It
when
was
it came
good.
out, it was incredibly good. But over
Yeah.
time, it's sort of like it's the hero's journey, but in space, essentially. Like
It's like
it doesn't
it's like Thunderbirds.
do a lot.
was exquisite when it came out. Thunderbirds was stellar.
Dude, do you see that
Thunderbirds.
live-action Thunderbirds movie that came out in like 2006?
No, I did not.
It was alright for what it was. It was not.
Dude, I like the OG Thunderbirds, man. The puppets, where you can still see the strings.
Yeah,
and
dude,
shit.
I was about
was
that.
the best. Oh. I want a poster in my room. Any viewers that are listening to any of this, if there are any, you guys source me a poster.
Just get us a poster, please.
Be a mad Thunderbirds poster. I'll pay you triple what it's worth.
All right, next news.
I feel like a Thunderbirds poster is probably worth a lot because they're probably very rare.
Dude, I'm gonna find one right now. Thunderbirds poster.
Yeah, so people are mad about Star Wars basically, which is hilarious to me. I
Also,
think
like,
it's fine. Like it'll come out, it'll make loads of money.
Yeah, it's Disney's films. I think the TV shows will absolutely make more money.
It's
because
Star Wars. Like who cares?
Oh,
gonna be
they're like £20.
And then not written by George Lucas, which is
Funnily
the best.
enough, Ryan Johnson and George Lucas are the only two people to ever write and direct a Star Wars film. Like at the same, like be both writer and director of a
actually
single
nuts.
Star Wars film.
yeah.
And people don't like them. As I say,
Yeah, they're
my
not good.
feels that the Last Jedi is the best Star Wars film that will ever exist ever. Period.
The next one might be better. I
I
doubt
don't
it.
feel like it will be. Like it's directed by J.J. Abrams. If you've seen Force Awakens, like
Yeah,
it's
I
good,
guess.
but it's
It
also
was
like
okay, but it's just like the same
it's
film.
just a New Hope. Like if you've seen A New Hope, you've seen Force Awakens.
Alright, let's move on. Let's move on to the
Alright,
next.
alright. Next topic
We-
is
we-
Which about Star Wars literally forever.
Yeah, we
I
also
hate getting used to that.
probably
but
just
I mean that. I mean that.
we've been talking about it for like 13 minutes, and we've been trying to anger the internet about it for 13 minutes.
It's true.
Joke.
People
Yeah,
like
it's
it's
gonna
so
cut
easy
out.
to get people mad about Star Wars.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's very
So
much
big-
it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't kind of situation. But I feel like I don't know. Maybe this is the end of Star Wars. Maybe because I know Disney isn't gonna make a lot more Star Wars films post Episode 9 because everyone hates Star Wars now.
I think they're gonna make an
So-
episode 10. I think that's actually been confirmed. I think that their
No, no, no,
trilogy
no,
is
no, no,
actually a quadrilogy. I think that's been
No, their trilogy is a trilogy because they only do trilogies. But then they have Ryan Johnson who is still doing his own trilogy, and Dan and Dave, the showrunners of Game of Thrones, are making another Star Wars trilogy.
they're
That
not very-
people are
they're not-
also very mad about both those things.
That's because they're not good writers. They've
Dan and
proven
Dave,
that
I
time
stand
and
by this.
time
Dan and
again.
Dave are good writers. They just sort of lost the ability to give a shit in the latter seasons of Game of Thrones. And also, like, George R. R. Martin is basically like the cheese scratch in writing. Like, it's very hard to adapt his work. Like, he basically wrote a Game of Thrones to be unadaptable. Because he came out of working in Hollywood for like 20 years. And was like, I'm tired of like constraints and having to write 20-minute episodes for things and like feature films. I'm just gonna like write the most insanely ridiculous thing that no one will ever be able to put to screen ever.
Someone tried to fuck it up.
Yeah, basically.
And I've
Next
read
news.
Dan and Dave's like personal works that like they've both written a couple of short stories, and I've read them and they're good. And like the first couple of seasons of Game of Thrones are good stuff, and I think like some of the like bonus scenes, I guess you could call them, in like the first few seasons of Game of Thrones are some of the best writing. Like it's arguably on par with George R. R. Martin in some respects.
Yeah.
I just think like season 6 and 7 they would, and like 8 they were just like, we don't care anymore. We just want this to be over. Like we want to go on to other things, which is fair.
What else came out of D23? High School
So
Musical.
I think so. I've not heard of this High School Musical thing, so you're gonna have to educate me here.
High School Musical TV show. I'm pretty sure that exists.
Who's in it?
Alright, because
Zac
Lachlan
Efron in it?
has
He's
a
hot.
mad fan of Pullman facts out. The fact base is not sack.
High School
Pretty good
Musical
one.
the series. I'm
I-
on Wikipedia, dude. So no sources here.
On Wikipedia. Oh my god. High School
Wikipedia,
Musical.
Wikipedia has
show.
sources.
Yeah, but
Apparently
not the
not.
one that people.
Yeah, probably not starring Zac Efron. It doesn't
Oh
look
no,
like
no,
it.
he's actually not lying. He's legit not lying. There's even a trailer for it.
Yeah, I know
From-
about it. I
from-
saw it
from
on
Diablo
the
3.
Twitter. I know it exists.
Yeah, I know.
So I assume it's coming to Disney Plus, right?
Yeah, it's a Disney Plus
Yeah.
TV show where it's just a bunch of singing.
And Lizzie McGuire is coming back as well. Hilary
Listen,
Duff.
but
She's coming back to play Lizzie McGuire.
here's a theory for you. As an old school Hilary Duff fan, Hilary Duff died as a character ages ago, and that's something else. And the only evidence I have to support this is the fact that she doesn't look like Hilary Duff.
Is Reddit
That's
conspiracy theories?
I don't even.
Is
I
Avril
don't think
Lavigne
anyone
also dead?
cares enough. Is what? Sorry, too.
Is
Is
Adderall
she
Lavigne
not
also
dead?
dead?
I thought she died.
I'll tell you who is dead.
No!
Paul
What's
McCartney.
wrong with you?
Paul McCartney is 100% dead. 100%. And if no one has heard of that conspiracy theory way back when the Beatles were a big thing, you've got it because man, it's intense. There's,
Conspiracy theories. Like, stop. It's poor choice.
no, believe me, Paul McCartney's dead.
It's
The
fake
universe is
news.
wide,
It's fake news happening right now.
The Earth is flat.
Dude, Barack Obama died 3 years ago.
Dude, Barack Obama's not even. Alright, get his,
He was
get his
cloned and then
fake
he became
birth
Trump.
certificate out of here.
What?
God damn it, Grants.
Please, let's not. Like, let's
Let's not go
down
that way.
Let's not go down the Reddit conspiracy theory rabbit hole. Like, no.
Yeah, and if anybody doesn't go down that rabbit hole, I would highly consider
So yeah,
listening to any of Alex Jones' stuff.
Coming back, which is like, look, I'm sure the kids will love it. But,
I'm gonna love that, man. I don't care what you say.
I mean, I'll
It's
watch
dope.
it, which sort of brings me to my next point, that Disney subscription service, dude. That Disney Plus.
It's good.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about the deals?
Oh.
Just, we're not advertising it here, but we are
I
advertising.
mean,
Oh,
yeah, we
yeah,
are.
like, we're
Yeah,
not
we are.
advertising it.
We're 100%
My
advertising
God,
it. We're
I'm gonna
100%
buy
advertising
an
it.
absolute
You need it.
CD out of this.
If you don't, I'll come to your house.
Yeah,
and
it
send
comes
you
out.
of it,
It comes
right?
out in. Sorry, don't take it out. I don't want to have to edit.
I didn't-
Terrible at editing this. I don't know what you said.
I
You
said
put
sit in the
bad.
tree. I said sit in the tree because it was what I said when I
It's true, he did. It's
Start.
callbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know who reported this, and I don't know where this came from, so I may very well be talking out of my movie here. But so for the standard price of Disney Plus, which I think is like $15 a month.
We're
in
talking AUD
Australia,
here. Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah, you do.
$10 a month in American. I'm not an economist. I don't know how the exchange rate happens.
How much is it? Sorry,
We
50
get
what
taxed
AUD?
to shit.
How much is it?
It's
here?
basically it's the same price.
Something
as
AUD?
But the catch is you'll be able to stream in 4K on up to 4 different devices. I'm pretty sure at the same time,
And that's just with the base. That isn't with like any.
and that's
extra
just the basic bitch plan,
That's actually the thing. That's like honestly insane. And,
which I think sort of leads to the theory that this is the family. So you have a TV in your main room playing like whatever, and then the kids can go and watch their dumb show that you don't care about.
Frozen on repeat. Who wants to do that?
Woo!
Dude, I'm about it. Dude, Frozen 2's coming out. So is Maleficent Mistress of Evil. They were both on that info
Change
page.
it.
Like, I
Let's
couldn't
get
find-
back to the streaming service. Beauty.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
Beauty is streaming.
Yeah,
also
so
on
it's
the
like-
service.
It's honestly like I'm surprised that Disney is pushing this as hard as they have to, because like at least for my generation, they don't have to. They could just be like, "Yo, all the Disney properties, they'll beat on this thing." Go
Dude, we're
nuts.
remaking Lion King a third
I
time.
get a raise back here, boys. Yeah, don't even.
Why?
Oh man, it's. Oof.
James Cameron's gonna make a Lion King film.
Yeah,
Is he
I'll
moving
watch it.
away from his 40,000 avatars? He's
Yeah,
got
that's what
lined
I'm
up?
saying,
Or is
like,
he just ignore those?
If I said that, you'd absolutely watch it. It doesn't matter.
Dude, I'd
It's
watch
Lion
it.
King. And James Cameron's brilliant.
Yeah,
like,
like-
he's making Avatar as amazing. That's
Yeah, like as
Man,
I said,
his
they just
Avatar's
took, like
you
all the
know.
Disney back catalog. You were basically entire childhood would be on this platform and give us money, and I would have been up for it. I would have been like, sweet, let's do it. but they have
Yeah,
like
dude.
originals on there. But like, you don't need to make those. Like, I was sold from the word go.
Yeah. When you said that all the shit that I wanted to watch was on the thing, and then you were gonna give me more shit that I wanted to watch, I was like, yeah, all right. Why not? Good plan.
I am so.
Yeah, I bought
very
Netflix
about
and I watch it like
this.
once a fucking week.
Yeah. Goodbye Netflix.
Only when chill is up.
Like, I will
Stranger
literally
Things,
always have this on in the background in my house.
Yeah,
Like,
dude,
no
it's
lie.
gonna be everywhere.
I don't
There's
watch
gonna be two
TV.
things playing. There's gonna be
Neither do I.
uh,
No one
Disney
does.
Plus and
It's a real, like, as I say, I've
Nexus
sat
Stream.
Like, I work in comms and media, dude. I've sat in hour-long lectures about how no one watches TV anymore, and it's a problem.
Yeah, because I don't watch news. And because you're in a journalism class, that's kind of a problem. Next news.
Yeah, so Disney Plus is looking mega spicy.
Yeah,
Oh, is
spicy,
it?
yeah.
I was already gonna get it, and now I'm gonna get
Like,
it.
yeah, I was gonna get it from the word go, and now they've made it even more. Like, I think Netflix is over. Like, it's done. I think
Pretty much heroin cocaine.
Netflix
They had a
will
good
move to like
run.
niche content,
Like Stranger Things. That's probably
like
all they're
straight,
gonna
like more like adult content. I think, but I don't think it's the vibe solely on adult content. Like, maybe you can, but I don't think you can compete with Disney on adult content. As I said to one of my housemates, that like, if you have a family of 4 kids, 3 kids or whatever, and you only have the money for one of these streaming services, there's no way you're getting it. You're
And if
getting
you have the money
Disney, and
for
you're gonna
2
put
of
that
them,
shit on all day,
probably
every
getting
day.
Spotify. You're probably getting Disney Plus and Spotify. Those are the 2 biggest ones. Those are the 2 most important ones.
And if
Netflix
you're
is
smart, you'll be
Buy
spending no
Netflix.
money on Mixer and watching hell.
Oh yes, yeah, because I don't have any ads. Good job.
Exactly.
Good plugs.
Stop to Tinder on Mixer. It's great.
Exactly.
Alright, so now that C23 is done and wrapped up, basically
Spider-Man!
it's your soul now.
I mean, that's
Like, that was the
kind of-
takeaway from D23 is Disney owns you and everything you stand for.
I'm about it.
Get used to it. Like, I'm okay with it, to be honest, dude.
I've got the History Channel. That's the thing. And
Yeah, so the
Oh, hold on, wait a minute.
the
This
next
is a
story I
game
wanted to
changer
move
because
to
I'm a
was
mad history
why we're
fan.
playing Destiny, and I mentioned it right at the start of the
Wait,
the
what?
stream, is that Destiny has a battle pass.
No,
Okay,
it's
dude, I'm
stop,
just gonna
stop.
interrupt you
We're
for a
gonna.
second, Sam. Because this
No?
is exciting for me down south. What is this, Lachlan?
Yeah, the History Channel is now on Disney Plus. I'm pretty sure that's been confirmed, right?
Disney owns Disney, and they have for a while. I don't know if it's going to be on Disney Plus.
They bought it with Fox. So they
This
haven't-
is a game changer.
Essentially. I don't. Did Fox own the History Channel?
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm pretty
yes,
sure they
Fox
did.
did. Fox
Yeah.
had it in the same
Well,
thing
Disney
as
own it now.
Foxtel. History was the same thing.
Oh no, that's a
So,
different.
yes.
They're different companies.
Is it?
right? Fox and Foxtel.
No, I don't think they are.
I thought Foxtel was like a branch off, like a paper for Australia.
Foxtel is
I mean,
like a
yeah,
pay-per-view
Disney probably
version
bought
of
them
Fox.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well that's highly interesting. So very sorry for the judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney owns everything. They own your
Ooh,
soul.
best of
they
year
own
one,
your life.
Graham. What's this?
Best of year
It's a
one.
bright engram.
It's the bright
good?
angle we've all been getting for 3 months, dude.
I haven't played in 3 months. I actually don't think I've been online on Xbox. PC Master Race.
Yeah, so
PC
the next story we want to move
Master
to,
Race.
which is, as I said, why we're
Destiny.
playing Destiny, is Destiny has a battle pass now. They've called it a season pass,
It's a battle pass.
which I think is maybe not the best term for it, but it's definitely just a
Battle
battle
pass.
pass. Like, think your Fortnites, your Apexes. I think Siege has a battle pass now. I don't play Siege, Harry. You play Siege. Does it have a
No,
battle pass?
Siege does not have a battle pass. Siege
I think
has the
it's
normal
coming
stuff.
with the next season.
I think Ubisoft is planning to roll out sort of a battle pass in all of their new upcoming games. I think they're going to probably start out when Breakpoint releases would be their plan, probably. Ubisoft seems to like to roll things out on a new game release. That way, people care less about it. But that's just that's just what from my fan. I'm a huge Ubisoft fan.
Yeah, so basically the way it'll work is like, I believe, so the way we earn Bright Ingrams now in Destiny won't happen anymore, and we'll earn levels on the Battle Pass.
Yeah, apparently it's like 40 minutes in a strike to one level on the battle pass.
Yeah, I think Datto did a breakdown, and to get it all, it's about 9 hours in a week. To get every
that's
reward
doable.
in the Battle Pass.
That's very
Which
doable.
is like,
Just
that's
plug
mega
a
doable.
bit- yeah, it's like
It's
what,
3
an
months.
hour and 10
3
minutes.
months to do that.
Yeah, 9 hours,
Just-
9 hours
just-
a week,
just
3
do it.
months, and you'll get every reward.
That's
But I
doable.
think
No,
But
it's 9 hours in
complication-
1 week, isn't it? 9 hours
No.
a day for
no, it's
for
9
1
hours
week.
a week. It's 9 hours a week for 3 months. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, okay.
I think it's 9 hours a day. I think that would be insane.
That's insane.
No, I
That's
thought it was
actually-
9
that's
hours a day
insane.
for a week, and that's how you'd get it. That makes no sense. That'd be stupid. Yeah, you're right. 9 hours a week isn't hard. That's like an hour a day plus 2.
Which is like, that's not that bad. I mean, I think people are mad about it because people are just like, microtransactions, grr.
They're mad about it because there's exotics in the
I
shit.
think, look, I think that's
No one wants
that's a
exotics in
viable
the shit.
reason to be mad about it, and I get it. But also, your boy
Yeah, like
Bungie
Harry.
has to make money. They gotta pay the bills.
Harry, if you
Yeah.
had to buy a battle pass and get the final rank in the battle pass to get a new operator in Siege, would you be mad?
Depends. If it's something that's like, if it's like 150 rank is the max rank, and it's going to take me, 7 months of solid gameplay, by then I won't care anymore. But if you make it a battle pass where like I have to achieve certain objectives, and it's like 10 maybe to get to the top rank, that I wouldn't
According
mind.
to the data,
But I
it's
think there is
No, but
something
this is
to
just
be
like a
said for
playtime thing.
In-
Yeah,
a
this is
playtime
just
thing.
like
Maybe.
like what we're
All I
doing
can
now
picture
will
is
generate
bigger
levels on the battle
explosions.
pass.
Yeah, I suppose the good thing for me is that I like the idea of rewarding players who win the top, right? But at the same time, I don't think that it should be hidden behind a pay gate. And I know that's where games
you
are
can
going.
pay for these
but-
these ranks.
And
So someone could
that's-
just get it
that's
instantly
the ticket
and
that's
you
got
can-
everyone upset. That in the last couple of weeks of the season, you will just be able to buy levels for Battle Pass
Yeah, which is
if you
better than
didn't have the time to play.
it's better than being able to buy it right off the bat.
I think
Yeah, but
being able
it's
to buy it
better
right
not
off
to
the
include it
bat
at all.
defeats the purpose.
And I think a big part of the problem for me is that you're paying, you're still paying $98-$100 for a game, right? And that's just the basic level, right? Maybe 89 if we get it something.
Well, Destiny's free to play now.
Is
no
it
one's
really?
paying anything to play
Always.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
on PC. Get it on
Yeah.
PC. September.
get it on
October?
PC. It'll be free to
October.
play. Yeah,
I'm
first of
doing that.
October.
Well,
First light, be free to play.
This is what I mean though.
First
Like,
of October.
unless you have like
It'll be on Steam, it'll
access
be
to
free to
PC,
play.
you've got G2G, or you've got Humble if you're legit. But
Oh,
like,
look,
you
don't
don't have the same
that's
on
Milk
consoles.
Waterfall.
Don't
Can we
don't
stop and-
do
Aw.
it. Just-
Yeah, but even on console,
But
like it'll be
still.
free to play as of 1st of October.
no, but
Free to play.
what I'm saying though is that I'm talking about more over towards country fans. We're up because we see it everywhere. We see it everywhere. Stuff's hidden behind a pay gate. Wherever they fit it, there's a pay gate.
Like the
And I
fact
just
that
think it's
a
not in the
free-to-play
spirit of
game
what
now-
video game is, man.
I mean, you say that, yet more and more games are going free to play because they realize that's how much money.
Yeah,
Because
it
you,
works.
Alright,
you like, I was thinking about this, like, why is it that gaming is a $43 billion industry that is still somehow a niche? Like, it's a big niche, but it's still a niche. And I think it comes down to, like, access to entry. Like, for instance, to play a game on an Xbox, you've got to have an Xbox, which is $400, $500. You've got to have an internet connection, which most people do.
Yeah,
So
I'll-
it's a
I'll allow
very
that.
good one where I live, 100 megabytes up.
You've got to have Xbox Live, which is another, like, $100 a year, give or take.
70, 80 bucks.
80 bucks a year, whatever. Then you've got to have somewhere to put it, which if you're a kid, your parents may well be like, nah, we don't want you taking up our TV with your silly video games.
HDMI cords and stuff.
then
and
you've
the
got
cheap with
a-
the 5-finger discount.
And like if you,
A barrier.
and then you've got to buy the game, which is another $60.
Zavala. I think they're trying to
$100
On top of
Australia.
$100.
Oh yeah, like
If we're
100
gonna-
bucks
yeah.
in Australia. On top of what
Stick
you
to
already
Australian
paid.
prices. Yeah, so it's a bit free to play is a good way to
I
go.
think
and the fact that it's
yeah,
going
like the
free to
idea,
play
the reason why Fortnite is so big is because it runs on literally anything, and it's
not
free.
well.
Not well, mind. Like I
I
can
think
play it
a
on
big
my
part of-
phone.
I think a big part of Fortnite, right, that our generation will miss out on, adults, you know, we cared a lot less, is that it was a bit of fun, man. Like, it was just a bit of fun to, you know, log on, just jump around, do some crazy stuff, do something that hadn't really been touched before with the building mechanics and stuff like that. But, I mean, most of us got bored, but a lot of people did, and I think that's
I don't think I've ever really played Fortnite.
Zavala.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fortnite's
I think I've played
not
maybe
as good as it
4
used to
games
be.
of it.
There's a lot of sweats in it. And that just kind
Well,
of happens.
Fortnite,
Which I think
period,
is,
was
like,
never good
honestly,
to
like,
me.
that's-
It was just fun for a free game.
go ahead.
That's all it was for me. It was just fun for a free game. That's all. It was like, I'm not paying anything for it. I'm having a bit of fun. I'm laughing. It's like, yeah, this is good. This is good fun.
Yeah, but like
Whereas,
if,
you know,
if you're a kid
Go.
who only has like, let's say you get $10 a week allowance for doing your chores, do you want to save up your $10 to buy a $100 game, or do you want to play Fortnite and just buy the battle pass and get all the cool skins?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would do. 100%,
You're gonna play the
100%.
free game, aren't you? Which is
Yeah,
like
yeah,
why more and
awesome,
more games are
awesome.
going free to play. I think it honestly wouldn't surprise me if even like Siege goes free to play.
Siege,
Siege might
pretty
be
much
one
is
of
at this
those
point.
top-
Siege is $12 and has been for a month.
Yeah, Siege
Like, it is so
basically-
cheap right now. The problem is, though, is that if you try and put a new player in Siege, they're gonna hate it because it's a hard game to get into. It's just difficult. It's
This
just
is
like,
true, which
you
I think
get-
is sort of like it's kind of weird that like Fortnite is undisputably the biggest game in the world. Like, makes no argument there. It's wrong. Like, it
Used to
prints
be
money.
Apex
It makes
for a
like
second.
a
That was
hundred,
very
like hundreds of millions of dollars in a month. I think their revenue was down, month comparison, like compared to like April this year in comparison to April last year. But it was still like it was $300 million in comparison to like $600 million, which is still like
Yeah, and-
insane.
And as a reminder for everyone, this is for a game that's free. This isn't for something
Yeah,
that
this game
people are
is
paying
free.
100.
You do
This
not
game
play.
is
You
free.
do not pay to play this. And
Yeah, but
even like
here's
its
something-
Probably why.
I'm sorry, yeah, go.
its viewership in like the Twitch directory has gone down as well, but it's still like print money,
I think
dude.
League still. I think League's back up the top, isn't it?
I mean, we can change the Twitch directory right now. You wanna go-
Twitchy
I
Twitch.
have Twitch on my
Dota will be
phone.
up there. Dota will be up there right now because Dota just had a
And
huge.
the only way to reach
Okay.
it is down past those giant.
Yeah, like the esports games are always up there.
Fuck.
Fortnite's usually
fuck.
top 5.
Yeah. And well, I mean, Mixer
I have
probably
Twitch, one
has
second.
Ninja.
And yeah, again on like Mixer, like Ninja, like Twitch is still the top on the platform. WoW is actually the top at the moment because WoW.
Oh yeah, the new.
Because of the stuff.
So yeah,
that's
it's
coming
WoW
out,
Basic League, Just Chatting, and then Fortnite.
Fun facts. 35k. I've been waiting. That's right. Got a friend text me the other day. 35k on the waiting list.
Dude,
As of
I want to
yesterday.
play WoW Classic, but also no, that's a rabbit hole.
Yeah,
that would
I
never
have
return
a
from,
I have
ever.
university, please.
If I were them,
I
I'd
don't
want
need
to golf.
this.
I need to go outside sometimes. I need to see the
Yeah.
sun,
But funnily enough,
and I
once
know
you
that I
got
would never see
40K,
the sun if I played
the
WoW,
waiting
and that
list
would be problematic.
DCs, so that you can get out before it DCs, you can jump back in and skip up. So that's how you get experience.
Yeah, but they're like mad. There's actually like there's been a whole couple stories great about like WoW and stuff. And apparently Blizzard didn't expect for it to be this popular.
Yeah, if people
Which I guess
ask
is
for
fair
it, they're
enough,
gonna
'cause WoW
play it.
Classic was rough.
People wanted it, didn't they?
I guess.
Well, apparently, yeah, absolutely.
And also, WoW's kind of weird in the sense that you still pay $20 a month to play that game, which is like
Yeah,
I think it's like the only game in the world where that still exists.
Destiny's still on a kind
Usually
of,
that- I mean,
kind
yeah,
of
but
like
it's
that, but
it's
not
different for
subscription-based.
Destiny. Like it is kind of
Season
like that,
pass
but you're
based.
not like grandfathered in the $20 a month. And that's sort of the point that I'm making, that it's kind of changed where you're still kind of paying $20 a month. You're just not subscribing $20 a month. You're just like looking at the content and being like, yeah, alright, sweet, I'll buy some
Thank you.
cosmetics.
Yeah, but it's sort of that classic
But
psychology.
we're not
of
just
if
getting
it's their
cosmetics.
choice. They won't feel trapped.
Yeah, so I think Destiny's fine just because it's going free to play and it can kind of go down that route. It's just the problem that
Yeah.
you can pay for those ranks at the end there. But I'm
Yeah.
sure that because it's like later in the pass, it's less of a problem
Yeah.
because you don't just have people that instantly have all the good
Yeah,
stuff.
and like it is,
That's
as I say, it is kind of dumb, and in a perfect world, no, we wouldn't have that happen. But Bungie's got to pay the bills somehow. And if, like, as I was kind of saying to you
And they've
over
gotten rid
chat,
of
that
them
like,
first.
if the situation is like, no, everything still exists.
Yeah, they've got a new version.
If the situation exists where it's like, let's say mostly adults play Destiny who work a job and, you know, have like lives, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Which sometimes doesn't seem like it's the case, but I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, dude, Rage.
Shit.
Oh no. Alright, calling you.
Just res. Yeah, which, as I say, sometimes doesn't seem like the case, but it probably is the case. The overwhelming majority of Destiny's player base are adults that will have to work 9 to 5 or some amount of hours.
Which is why
And if you actively tell those people, here is all this content that we're going to ask you to pay for, but you're not going to be able to access any of it unless you can play the game 9 hours a week, which you may well not be able to do. Those people are going to be like, nah, man, I'm done. Bye.
But there is more content in the season. We're not just
Yeah, it's not
that's
just
not the only thing.
the stuff that you have to work through. There are more things. And I think, like, you get a basic set of all the armor that will be available through the season from the Battle Pass, but to get, like, the perfect rolls on it, you have to go into the, like, seasonal activities and grind the stuff. And people
So
are also
you-
kind of mad that,
if you have
like,
a premium
the
pass.
seasonal activities are seasonal, and they won't exist at the end of the season.
But yeah, Destiny's going way too broad at the moment, so just yeah.
Yeah, but
Deep-
like
deep
as
is the-
pretty much everyone who like understands video games has said that like you can't make a game infinitely wide. Like you just can't.
It doesn't.
You know, we can kill this guy. Alright. Dude, rip the boss fight, am I right? And
Yeah,
Destiny
got
is
his
sort
head
of
doesn't-
definitely
ready
getting
for
to
the
that
drop.
point, sort of post annual pass 1, where it's just getting broader and broader and broader and broader. I think it makes sense to have a seasonal activity. And it's also like, sure you're mad about it, but how many people are logging in to play Reckoning? How many people are logging in? Is there not a chest that I can... Oh, do I need to...
That is.
Yeah, how many people are logging in to do Reckoning? How many people are logging in to do Forges? You might go and do them if you've got something else to do. You might go and do them as part of like a Triumph Riot, but then not while you're playing this game.
Yeah.
So I think it makes sense to remove that and then replace it with something that is more relevant, and then when that isn't relevant anymore, remove it again.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna come in here from someone who went away from Destiny pretty heavily, and it was purely because of what you were talking about there. Is that for me, it felt like Destiny was asking me to progress by doing a lot of time-heavy stuff and working like 40-hour weeks. I just didn't want to do it. I mean, I'd come home and I just wanted something to zone out to. That's why I sort of feel like there's also the positive side of this paid battle pass. Is that someone who works 40-hour weeks and lives at home like I do, doesn't have a lot of expenses. So when you go and you ask them, hey, you can either put in, 35 hours a week and do all this sort of stuff. You can get to max level quick. Or you could pay this and you could look real cool. I mean, there's a part of me that goes immediately like, man, I want to look cool. So I think there is something to be said for battle passes in that manner. And I don't know if I'm purely against paying money for things because of the money or because of the fact that sometimes I may not be rich enough to afford it. Because a lot of me just knows that it's like, they're not making you pay this. It's games that make you pay stuff that I don't agree with. But games that like come at you and say, look, you can have this, but there's no need for it. That's sort of stuff that I'm okay with.
Especially in a game
Like, I
Destiny
think,
where
like,
you're already paying
microtransactions-
$20 for or $15. I don't know how much the actual the content pass is.
I think they said the season pass was $10 American. It's probably $15
Australian.
Australian per season, and you get like I think I'm not 100% sure whether or not there'll be 3 seasons this year or 4 seasons. I think there'll be 4 because we get a season with Shadowkeep. Like Shadowkeep and Season of the
Yeah, there's 4
Undying are
seasons.
2
That's
different
been
content drops.
confirmed. What's a lot of people are actually really mad at the moment because we've seen the
About
raid
what?
armor. And
A raid
raid
armor.
armor. Yeah, we've seen the raid armor for Shadowkeep, and it's a direct copy of. It's a direct reskin of the Curse of Osiris Eververse gear.
Incoming
You're
transmission.
kidding.
Text
That's
actually
not
good.
great.
And the new Eververse gear
Opposite
is
Cabal
really
invasion.
cool looking. Like the new
Eliminate them.
Eververse gear for Season of the
Osiris.
Undying is like mega
Still
cool
can't track
looking.
you in their guardian.
We thought that
No
was the
matter
raid
how
gear,
much
but
Asher
apparently it's
wishes
not.
we could. If you're going in,
I
This
don't
is
think
really
I've
like,
seen
is
it.
it?
But then again, like, I don't play this game to look cool. I play this game to crunch those numbers, get those stats.
Yeah, so me and Sam play this game for somewhat different reasons. I'm very glowy.
Yeah, I'm
Look, the
really-
looking
I'm
cool's cool. Like,
Melon,
why do
yeah.
you think I've been using Red Dawn gear for like an hour, like years, dude? Because it looks cool, and I think it's still the best looking gear in the game.
Anyone know what else is available on
You cannot buy it on PC at the moment. I'm pretty sure.
You can. Destiny 2 Shadow Keep. Right. Oh no, coming 2nd of October. You're right. Never mind.
Yeah,
Don't-
And it's
can't
gonna be
buy it
$60
though.
bucks.
Because it
60 bucks.
does not like exist. Is it?
Is it? Here's my
No,
yes.
no. Don't buy that. I assume if you buy that, you'll get like everything that is in Destiny 2 at the moment. But when First Light comes out, Shadowkeep will be cheaper. Like you'll download First Light and then Shadowkeep will be like $30. I
Alright,
think.
here's my question. Is cross-play enabled? This is just...
No.
Is
Cross save
no,
it.
it's not.
Cross save
So
is a
if you
thing.
have
Like
an-
you can have
if you
multiple
have an
accounts,
account
and cross play is coming.
Cross-play's coming. Alright, so when
that
cross-play
might be a
is
Destiny.
Now, I'm gonna go
That
on
might
the
be a
limb.
Destiny.
This is something that I don't think Microsoft does well at all. It needs to be a step up. Is you cannot access microtransactions that you pay for on Siege on an account that's
Suddenly
linked
shifting.
on
Like
PC.
reality
So
trying
my
to decide
accounts are
on a
linked
version it
from
likes.
PC to
in the
to
forest, time
to
itself is
Xbox, but none of my
I don't like
microtransactions are. Which means that
What
I
are
have,
your microtransactions? Are they like
All
just the
of the-
cosmetic stuff?
yeah, so all the cosmetic stuff, all of that
You're
has
showing
not
up on the
gone
tracker.
across.
Good
And
sales of your
I
account.
read about cosmetics a
Keep
lot,
forgetting I
but
wasn't here
I
last
spend
time.
a lot of cosmetics. I think
It was
if I had to
so
guess, I'd say
fun.
probably about $600 on Siege.
I mean, you didn't invest much.
So, I have a lot of cosmetics. The fact that they haven't gone over, the fact that I had to pay another $26 to get the game. I got it on a huge sale. I got the full massive thing. But that's just something that I think that Ubisoft, being a massive, AAA title company, needs to start getting on top of. Not double charging.
I know
for
even with
transactions.
cross-play, your purchases don't transfer on PC. Like if you
So,
own
of course-
Curse of Osiris, like if you, yeah,
Curse
like
of
if you own
Osiris
Shadowkeep
does.
on, yeah, like if you own Shadowkeep on console but not on PC, through cross-save you will not then own it on PC because it's like
See,
a licensing issue.
that's the problem. Is that needs to change.
Yeah.
Again,
So that's a
I just,
licensing
like,
issue.
yeah, that's like a licensing issue that the licenses are different, and also like
Looks like the Vex are trying
Bungie needs to make
reestablish
money.
control of the forest.
They can
And
try.
if you're
I understand
gonna
that,
pay
but
for the content
they-
twice, like if you're the kind of person who's going to pay for the content twice,
We disagree.
$30 to pay for a piece of content probably doesn't concern you.
And like,
But when
I
it's
think with
like
like
600
microtransactions,
down in
I
Siege,
think
this is where I
it's a
don't.
different.
yeah, when you
Yeah.
put,
Yeah, with like
you
microtransactions, I
keep
think
all
it's
your
different.
cosmetics.
And I think
Harry, so that the only thing that's different in this is that we don't get to play Forsaken or Shadowkeep. Those are the only two things. If we
But
switch
see,
to
that's
PC
okay
right
with
now,
me because
those
you
are the only
can on
things.
this. And I'm
Yeah, I
guessing
think
that the gameplay is
Steve
going to be
said that, like,
vastly
your-
similar.
It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. You just can't play Forsaken or Shadowkeep. You can go to those areas.
Yeah,
You can go
and-
to Tangled Shore.
Yeah, you can go to all the areas,
So it's just
and you'll be able
storyline.
to go to
that's
the moon, but you won't be able to access any of the content.
You can't do the
See,
raid.
that's
you can't
that
do
is
Bracken.
fine to me. That is 100% fine, right? But it's just
You probably do Gambit.
yeah.
Probably not
I think
Gambit
you can do
Prime.
Gambit and Gambit Prime.
No, they haven't done Gambit Prime for a while.
Yeah, they have. They essentially they still haven't decided which version of Gambit they're gonna keep.
Might make a new one. Gambit Alpha.
This is just what I liked about Minecraft. When the Bedrock Edition, when you get Minecraft, it transfers all of your
All your skins. Yeah.
own things. Transferred all of my microtransactions that I spend too much on.
Yeah, and that's because Microsoft owns it, and they own. Xbox
Yeah, that's because
and
Microsoft
Windows.
own both versions, and they own the platform that you bought the other version on as well.
True. That's
Whereas
very
Bungie
true.
doesn't own Steam. So they would have to
Unfortunately.
convince Steam
No,
to
there's
not make
Ubisoft.
money on something.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Look, you're right. Yeah. And I think. Well.
But then again,
is
isn't Steam through, like, Uplay? Isn't Siege through Uplay?
Siege is through Uplay, and I had to download Uplay stuff for that. But Siege
But
Yeah,
Siege
so-
doesn't.
on Steam.
Yeah, but it's still on
Yeah,
Uplay
so it is
when
still-
you go to Steam. But
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
don't
Yeah. it
get.
is.
Yeah, so it is still, like, all the microtransactions still going through Ubisoft. So it is Ubisoft that would cop the bill of not having them.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yes,
pretty
but
sure Deej
Microsoft
said that,
owns-
in regards to Death Stranding, Deej said that, like, all your, through cross-save, all your, season pass progression would transfer.
So everything you've
That-
done
that-
is
that
gonna
is the main-
stay.
But I think
And
you
all
your
still need to
cosmetics
buy
are
the
thing.
season
I
pass
mean,
on one of the
that's
platforms.
It's just if you want to do
Would be my
those
assumption.
activities. Those are the only things you need. If you want to do those activities, you have to buy it. But if you already have like things from that activities like cosmetics,
And there will be, like, free, like, stuff that you don't need to pay for within the season, like the season pass. There's just, like, a premium
all the
tier and a
Eververse
free
stuff.
tier.
Yeah.
I'll probably, when I edit this together, I'll probably put, like, the infographic, the little, like, picture that each tweeted out on screen. So that it makes a little bit more sense what we're talking about.
Yeah.
And I think it is concerning that there is an exotic in the premium tier.
Yeah, that's concerning.
That is
but
concerning.
yeah, that's it's.
That it's
mostly
like, I
'cause-
think things like exotic should probably always only be achievable through in-game stuff. But also, like, it comes down to the idea that, like, Bungie's got to make money somehow. They've got to convince people to buy this thing.
Yeah, Sam said.
the best way to
earlier
do that is to
he's
be
not
like-
an aesthetic player. He's not here for the looks. He's here for the power. So if he needed an exotic, that's probably how he's gonna get it. Other than through Zelda, which basically gives you a free exotic. So you know.
Dude, Learn is to be shot into the sun. Like, he
Hey
sucks.
Sam, Brooke, sorry, are you watching Rocket Stream?
Stream bad.
No, it means that we have another viewer.
While you were fighting,
Hello, viewer.
Oh no, I'm watching. I'm watching.
so I
Stream.
simulated your sparrow.
Yep, there's 3.
It's good to go.
Oh really? Hello, dudes.
Yep.
Is he speaking?
It
Doesn't say there's
Oh,
three
you should
on
be able
my
to-
stream.
It does on me.
What is that?
3 from me. It could be that oh no, I'm not watching it twice.
No,
be
it's
able
just
to
not
pull
saying
up
it on
your
Xbox. It's saying on Mixer.
Yeah, computers usually a little bit
Better.
further
Or
ahead.
Master Racing.
Dude, 100%. I'm excited to
Sad
get my PC
times,
back
'cause-
whenever I get my PC back.
It is a huge
Because I-
difference. Kind of from console, you're like, oh no, PC's okay, it's really expensive. But then you play PC, like,
Look.
the PC's just unarguable. It is just.
It's better,
just a
but I
far
can't.
better.
Like I might just use controllers on PC. Like I know, but
Guardian down.
controllers are way.
Shit.
You guys suck. I think this is the end
Yeah,
of
I'm
news.
fucking
I think
bad.
this is
Yeah, I think this
news.
is the end of news for this week. I think this is
So
all we
finish
got.
the strike.
Must have a
That turned into a
Strike.
rant, is
You're
what that
headed
turned into.
straight for him.
I mean, that's kind of the
Guard
point.
Dude, that wasn't a
window
rant.
of
A rant
time.
involves
Try to
yelling.
steal the map
There was no
before we
yelling.
get it.
Yeah.
He'll fail
No, a
every
rant
time.
is
Rant
when
involves
you
something that I
go on
have to edit
bunch
and
of
put lots
things.
of bleeps in because there are many no words.
It's much worse.
Wait, no, I thought I
Think-
had a beep in the soundboard. I thought I
Yeah,
did.
you could have beeped us. Could have friggin' beeped us. It would have been. Great.
Alright, yeah.
To be honest,
So,
that could be my job.
stream
that you
wise,
guys have.
we'll finish
The strike and then
finish the
this is
strike, and then that'll be it. But podcast wise, thank you for listening.
That's it.
Please do tune in next week. The editing for this will be a little bit different because, like I said earlier, I don't have my PC with me, so I'll probably edit it tomorrow, and it will go out on YouTube sometime tomorrow. And I'll attempt to put this one up on Spotify as well, which means I'll need both of your audio tracks.
Yeah, sure. It's gonna go for one.
Carrie and Muffin. I'll need both of them at some point.
Yep. It's only an hour and 30 minutes long, so you'll be fine.
But yeah, mine's only like. As I say, like usually we kind of aim for over an hour. I think first episode was a little bit shorter. And in
40 minutes.
general, yeah. So again, this one will start late as well. So usually we'll start at sort of 6:30, 5:30, usually no later than 6:30. We'll be live by then, even if we haven't started recording the podcast. But things are a little bit haywire this week, and we are still figuring things out.
Wait for it.
Yeah, bit of
Yeah, thanks for
I
listening.
made your blind.
yeah. First
I'm the
guest
host.
too.
My name's
Oh,
Sam.
yeah,
You can
wait.
find me on Twitter at
You were.
@DirkIsSam. My Twitter handle will be in the description, as will links to everything we've talked about here, so that you can go and explore these stories for yourself.
Yeah, and I'm Lachlan. I probably won't do any of that. That'll all be Sam who does that.
And
I don't
I'm
have to.
Harry. I am the reason Sam's gonna have to edit it so much, and I'm also probably still sitting in the traffic.
Man,
Dude,
that's
nice. Alright. Thanks for
great
tuning in.
treat.
We'll catch you next week.